I can feel your anger. It gives you focus, makes you stronger.
Right? But there's so much possibility there. I just think it's really, really pigeonholing yourself, painting yourself in a corner when you take a 14, 15 acre land and say, hey, it's only for this short time in the timeline, right? And look, here's the other frustrating thing with Galaxy's Edge, and we've seen it with Disneyland. They put all this ancillary stuff, like the Boba Fett, like the Book of Boba, like photo op, right, in Tomorrowland and things like that. It's like, why is the timeline in Galaxy's Edge that important? Like, we have a 15 acre Star Wars land. Can we just put the stuff that's Star Wars in the Star Wars land? It's crazy to me that all this
it's
stuff
a wild thing, honestly.
it blows my mind that you have literal Star Wars stuff like Book of Boba Fett. You're trying to promote, you're trying to do that synergy, and you're not going to put it in the Star Wars land. You're going to put it in Tomorrowland. Why? Why even have the Star Wars land if majority of 90% of the Star Wars stuff can't go in the land?
It'd be like, okay, we're gonna have Cars 3 stuff in Pixar Pier because we can't have Cars 3 stuff in Cars Land because it's only 1 and 2. It's like, this is the level we're operating on when it comes to Star Wars and Disneyland. Like, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, right? But look, listen. I mean, even with the idea of bringing in, other characters, you were talking about geographical locations, but I think like time. So, you could do prequel characters in the mornings. Sequel, trilogy, original trilogy characters and Filoniverse characters in like the afternoons, and then in the evenings you could do sequel trilogy, right?
Yes.
And they can all occupy that space cohesively. So clone troopers and stuff, and in that prequel timeline, regular stormtroopers in the original timeline, and so forth. You could do, and like the attractions, like you said, those play out the story. And we already see that with like Cars Land. Cars Land, you have, in Cars Land proper, you have a place where Doc existed, right? Kind of going by the Cars 2 idea where it's, we're past Doc. Unfortunately, Paul Newman passed away. And, that's how that story goes. But then Doc exists in the actual attraction itself. Right, so it plays with that timeline, and it's seamless. So you don't even think about it because it's like, this is where Cars lives, right? And I think Star Wars Galaxy's Edge should be the place where Star Wars lives, not the place where Rey and Kylo Ren live, right? And exclusive to them only. No, where Star Wars itself lives. And I think we got to get back to that because, like you said, some of this stuff is so outrageous. It's like, why can't we, sell even like contemporary merchandise in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge? Why does the contemporary merchandise have to be like in Tomorrowland? Even stuff like that doesn't quite make sense to me. Now I understand for immersion and stuff, maybe you do want to keep those things, but maybe, I don't know, can we? I don't know. It just seems so rigid that it really,
way too rigid.
It takes the fun out of it, to be honest with you.
It does. It's way too rigid. And I'd even go a step further with the Galactic Star Cruiser. I know Jacob was asking more about, like Galaxy's Edge, but I mean, Star Cruiser, like, you could do like prequel itineraries, prequel cruises, so to speak. Right. So, for like, just like they do in the real Disney cruises, sometimes you go to Alaska, sometimes you go to Mexico or wherever, right? Like,
you have Pirates nights and you have this night and that night, you can do that.
You could do that. You can have a sequel trilogy itinerary. You can do a prequel trilogy itinerary, OT, original trilogy itinerary, and give all generations of fans a little something, and it would be a money-making machine. Oh my God. You do the OT trilogy itinerary, and I even think that Mandalorian and Grogu would kind of fall under that, because I understand it takes place pretty soon after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah,
I mean, to have like the old school Luke, to have Princess Leia, Grogu, Mando on that cruise. Oh my God, Disney would make hand over fist.
Yeah, And this is why it's like the most bizarre thing. Like, all we're asking is that Star Wars be integrated in the Star Wars land. That's all we're asking for, or at least a greater view of Star Wars than exists currently now. The fact that we have to ask for that, though, is just so bizarre. It's like, why? Why is this not a thing? Why haven't we made this a thing earlier?